Today we're doing a shoot with the Mitakon manual focus Speedmaster 0.95 for the Fuji X mount. Kind of a heavy lens, just over 400 grams, but not too heavy. I usually shoot this on the XE4, believe it or not. I think it's just the same weight as the camera, if not a little heavier. But today I'm going to shoot it for the very first time on the X-Pro 3. And I'm really looking forward to it. Now I'm doing studio shoots, so I really want to see, if I can take these lights down low enough to not have to go into high-speed sync and to shoot at 0.95 in the studio, because I'm using the ProPhoto B10 and I'll probably use a couple A10s, but I just want to see if I can without going into high-speed sync and shoot at 0.95. I don't believe I can actually, but we'll give it a shot, and I'll shoot at other apertures as well. So positives about this lens, it is actually really sharp, even at 0.95. Since I don't see any issues with it with sharpness. I mean, the biggest issue you're going to have, and I highly recommend shooting manual focus for your own pleasure, and believe me, it's actually pleasure. It's a lot of fun to shoot 0.95 and manual focus. It's a challenge, and it takes a lot of practice. But a lot are they get down about the lenses because a shallow depth of field, even if it's the sharpest lens in the world, a shallow depth of field on a tripod with a model, if they move just a little bit, their eye's out. I'm talking a centimeter and it's out of focus. So it takes a lot of practice, but the attempts that it is and the journey to get to that perfect sharp image is a lot of fun. You just can't give up. You got to keep practicing for manual focus, which isn't hard at all because of the focus peaking on these cameras now, and you can zoom in and focus. And now the only thing is with there's no connection to the camera. So literally, when you're using a Fuji lens and you put it into manual focus and you start focusing, it'll automatically zoom in for you. But because there's no communication between the lens and the camera with the Mitakon, you have to set the button, one of the buttons, one of your shortcuts to the to zoom in. Other than that, it's great. And the declicked aperture, I just hate it. It comes twofold. Because there's no communication, you don't see what your f-stop is at in the viewfinder, and you have to look. That bothers me, and I hate the declick because I just want to click into what I want, and that's it. With this smooth aperture, I'm constantly looking, to set it to where I want it. Other than that, it's sharp, it's fun. The images from it that I've gotten, I've shot in location quite a bit, but like I said, very rarely in the studio with this. And this is definitely the first time in the X-Pro 3, so it should be great. I'm going to do a video while we're doing this, so you can peek in, and I'll show you some photos throughout so you get an idea what the lens can do. But yeah, definitely try this. I believe it was $5.99 at B&H Photo. You can probably pick one up used, but definitely a fun lens. The journey to the images it's a lot of fun. You just can't give up. Just keep practicing with it. You'll get quick, and the only tip I can give you is once you focus and take your image, just a slight little move back, a slight little move forward, a shot at each of those, and you'll nail focus on one of them. But yeah, pick it up, have fun with it. I know you can get one. You can get the manual focus from Zeiss, from Voigtlander. The new 50 APO f2 is absolutely amazing. But try it. You may actually give yourself a release from your everyday work and have fun with the manual focus. Anyway, enjoy the shoot, and if you have any questions about the lens, please feel free to ask, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, so we're going to start this shoot off with LEDs. I really want to take advantage of that 0.95 in the lens, and the strobes are just going to be too bright for it. So I'm going to use the Light in Motion Stella Pros, or Stella CLX 5000 and a 2000 for a backlight. I'm actually charging that now because I didn't realize I was going to be using it today. So we're going to start with this, and then we're going to switch over, and I want to switch over to the 33 1.4 so you can see that in the studio and see what it can do. But again, we're going to do the Mitakon first and take a look at that lens at 0.95 in the studio and see how the images look. We'll try different lighting and apertures, and I'll show you the images as we go. Anyway, so stay tuned, and here comes the video. Okay, for these next few images, I switched over to the XF 33 1.4 because I really wanted to try that in studio. I had a few shoots, but not a full shoot. So here are a couple images with the XF 33 1.4. I absolutely love this lens. Okay, Brittney's like really good in front of the camera, so I had to stop using that lens just in case it sucks. And I'm switching to the 90, so you guys can take a look at the 90mm and see what it's like. It's the 90mm f2. I'm stuttering because of that. Anyway, enjoy the video.